I've been a provider for TAC for 10 years, and the problems that we've had in the past have been cash flow from our invoicing and getting clarification on individual patient status.
We used to print out and then fax an invoice to them.
So we'd end up with a pile of invoices that would then need to be manually checked and posted out to the TAC.
It's the paperwork, it's the process. So getting the forms filled in, contacting the TAC, trying to find out eligibility.
The only way of contacting the TAC was by phone. You'd have to phone the generic number or the mainline number.
Often that meant a staff member was on the phone for 20 minutes waiting to speak to an officer who was always helpful, but that time was a real issue for us.
And most of them are eligible, so it seems at the time to be a wasted call.
Sometimes it was a little heart-sinking to have a TAC client because you knew you were going to wait 3 to 6 months for payment. Now, the doctors are preferring to see those clients because they know they get paid the next day.
Registering and getting started was extremely easy with LanternPay. It was a process that probably took 10 minutes.
It was easy to register the GPs, the providers, on the system. It's also easy to take them off if they leave the practice.
And we go straight onto LanternPay before the client has left. We put in our claim, and you see instantaneously if it's green, that means they're paying it.
I have no outstanding debts from TAC patients from the day that we started LanternPay.
Invariably under the old system, we'd have an invoice, oh, was it paid, did we miss it, look it up, ring up, chat, follow it up, a lot of time involved. Here, it's simple. It's there, look at it the next morning, paid, and you know it's going to be paid because it's green the night before.
The one thing we really like about it is the fees. The fee is 1.45%, and $14.50 in $1,000 worth of work is a very small price to pay.
It's so much easier to use, and it frees up my time to do more productive things. So it's worth us having LanternPay.
I've estimated that the cost of our invoicing in the old way is about $3 per service. I believe now that our costs are reduced 90 to 95% on that, just by going paperless, and there's no more consumables and labour time involved in chasing payments for a TAC client.
When you own a practice, you want to be spending your time treating patients. You don't want to be spending your time chasing accounts. And as a small business owner, cash flow is so important. And so I get all of that with LanternPay.
I think it'd be silly if you don't. We would definitely recommend using LanternPay.